Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Monique Macrin. If you're new here, please subscribe to my channel. Also click on the notification bell so that anytime that I post a new video, you are the first person to be notified. Again, welcome back to my wedding series. In this series, I will be sharing on how to prepare for a wedding, and I've done 4 parts already. One part is shined alive. I posted it yesterday. If you haven't watched it, and watch, it was about the traditional preparations for a wedding. So now, when I was doing yesterday's post, I realized that I need to make a full video telling you guys how to get that marriage certificate from the Attorney General's office, and that's why I'm here. So if you're doing a church wedding, you need a marriage certificate. For you to get a marriage certificate, you will need to have a pastor who is certified. Like, you have to make sure that the pastor who is going to officiate your wedding is certified, and that the church from which the pastor is from is also recognized in the country, and more importantly at the Attorney General's office. So my wedding ilikuwa ya ACK. So the first thing was to make sure that the pastor was certified, and I didn't know that bit. I came to realize that the pastor has to be certified once tulikuwa tushafika kwa AG. So that is the first bit. Make sure the pastor is certified. After doing that, what we did is that we went to the AG's office very early in the morning. I think tulitoka kwa nyumba at 4 a.m. because we knew kuna kwanga na line. So we went, we queued there for like 3 hours, and then when our time was there, like when queue ilitufikia, wakati queue ilitufikia, we were told, okay, fine, so you want to register? And then we were like, yeah, we want to register for a wedding. Then the lady told us, okay, bado kuna watu kama 20 mbele yenu huku ndani, so why didn't you guys do it online? And we were like, oh, you can register online. Then she told us, yeah, you can just go to your house. As long as you have the internet, you have the original copies of your ID, you can do that. You can register at home. So that's what we did. Instead of waiting for 20 people, na mtu moja na take like 30 minutes, we are like, okay, fine, we go back home. So that was a morning wasted. And if you're watching this channel, thank me. Like, thanks to me, you won't waste your morning. And, you know, karibu sana, karibuni. Yes. So yeah, we wasted like 5 hours that morning. Na hiyo ni kitu tungefanya kwa nyumba. So we came back to the house, and my husband was the one doing the application. So what you need is, you need an eCitizen portal. Is it a portal? No, you need to have an eCitizen platform. To have an eCitizen platform, all you need is to log in, wataitisha your ID number, and once you key in your ID number, there you have it. Uko na eCitizen yako. So you go to the eCitizen platform, then you go to the office of the Attorney General. Then from the office of the Attorney General, there's a part pahali pako na mambo ya registration for a marriage registration. So that is where you click. So I will not have the particular details because I was not the one who was doing the registration. But what I know is that you will need a copy of your original ID and that of your spouse. Then kuna forms ambazo mta download from that portal. Kuna affidavits. So affidavit is something very simple. Like, I, Monica Wangari Monyweri, declare that I'm a spinster and that I have not been married before, and and that I choose this person, something like that. So that is swearing an affidavit. Then you sign. After you sign the affidavit, then you upload it back to the portal. So that is the second bit. So the first bit was making sure that you have a certified pastor from a certified church. The second bit was having an eCitizen platform. Then after that, you go to the office of the Attorney General. Then from that, you click hapo kwa marriage registration. After the marriage registrations, of course, wanakuguide on what to do, but you will need a copy of the original ID yako na ya your spouse. Then you'll have to fill in the affidavit and upload it back on. Now, when you upload that, they usually send a message to your spouse. Like in my case, my husband was the one who was doing the application. So they sent a message for me to confirming that I agree to what he has said hapo kwa portal, saying that he wants to marry me. Now, this is something, we made a mistake here. So after they did that, they sent a message. But me, I usually don't check my messages. I'm more of a call and WhatsApp girl. Like I usually check my calls. I usually check my WhatsApp. Rarely do I check my messages. Like not unless I'm expecting a text message. I really check my messages. So that particular time, me, I didn't check my messages. So walituma message, yeah, my wedding registration, and I didn't see it. So after 1 week, we're asking ourselves, okay, kwani after Tulisha register, what is next? And my husband had to go to the AG's office and ask them what is happening. Then they told him, well, notice yenu haijanza kukauntiwa because your partner didn't agree to you registering for a wedding. And I was like, okay, what do you mean? Then they said there's a message that was sent to her phone. Then he calls me and I'm like, okay, let me check. So I checked kwa phone yangu and yeah, there was a message. So when you're doing that, especially if time is a factor, you need to know that the person who is registering for the wedding, lazima message itatumwa to this other partner who was not registering for the wedding. Now, your message ikikuja, all you need is to open kwa your message, click on that link. Once you click on that link, it's an indication that you have accepted. So mi nilikuwa nashinda na click hapo na expect that itanipeleka to a certain website or a certain page. Nothing was happening and we thought, okay, something must be wrong. And because bado alikuwa huko, he went and asked, mbona hakuna mahali ana direct? When they were like, no, once you click on that link, nothing will show, but the system itajua that amekubali. And just like that, the notice for our wedding ikaanza kukauntiwa days. So usually after a successful registration, the office of the Attorney General starts counting 21 days. So 21 days is like there's a formal notice that is going to be made of your wedding, and it's supposed to be pinned kwa notice boards. I'm not sure if other public offices watapatiwa. Chatungoje hiyo ndo ipite. Ding 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 ding. Okay, imeenda. So usually hiyo notice inatengenezwa showing that a wedding is going to take place, na inapatiwa 21 days ikiwa imehangwa kwa offices za gava, particularly hiyo ya AG. So if no one comes to claim anything, after 21 days, the notice lapses and then you're notified. So you have to keep on checking your emails. I'm not sure if they sent a message, I'm already reply kwa email, but you have to keep on, monitoring. So after 21 days, they send the person who was registering for the wedding, wanamwambia, okay, the notice has lapsed. Now you can come to get an interview date. So in our case, I think he went and booked a date. Now, when you want to get a marriage certificate, you want to be sure that you have enough time, because this is a process that cannot be rushed. And let me tell you, I was so happy that kwa hii ofisi hakuna corruption, or actually in our experience like hakukuwa na corruption. We did try to talk to some people to see that if, ikitu inaweza harakishwa, but they were just so straightforward. They followed the books to the letter. So make sure uko na adequate time, because hakuna shortcuts huko. Like this is the part of Kenya that we are never told. This is the part of Kenya kwenye hakuna corruption, that where things are done the right way. So kwa Attorney General uko kwa marriage registration hakuna shortcut. So make sure you have time. Na hii process yote, it's going to take like a month or 2, because remember after May register there's a whole 21 days. See, that is almost like a month. So after the notice email lapse, you get a day you pick a day for the interview. So let's say you pick date 5. Date 5 inaweza kuwa imejaa watu wengine, and then you're told, okay, this date is not available. Maybe unapushwa to date 7, maybe unapushwa to date 10. That's why I'm telling you, you have to make sure uko na adequate time. So once you pick the day, let's say finally umesucceed kuchukua date 10, which is the day for your interview, you and your spouse have to avail yourself to the office of the Attorney General in the time yenye mliambiwa. If it was 2 p.m., make sure mko hapo 2 p.m. Remember what I told you guys, hii ofisi hakuna shortcut, wana follow rules kabisa. So ndo hiyo ndo vingine. Ding, 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 ding. Okay, kai sawa, zimepita. So yeah, where was I? So yeah, mmefika kwa AG. Mbona nasema IG? Mmefika kwa AG, mmepatiwa date and finally mmesucceed kupata 10 or ya mmepata date 10. Then on that date 10 wewe na spouse wako mmeenda hiyo time yenye mmeambiwa if it's 2 pm mnaenda 2 pm. Never be in a hurry, cause hata mkifika hiyo 2 pm kuingia huko ndani kuna kwanga na a lot of, you know, there's still a lot of people wenye naambia, kuna watu wenye wameenda kufanya harusi that particular day, na kuna wenye wameenda interviews, kuna wengine wameenda shughuli tu mingi hivi. So kama nafika huko 2 pm most likely mtamalizwa 5 ama 6 pm. So that is the day that you don't want to like have other plans. You like uwezi sema unaenda kwa IG for an interview then you have other errands to run. No, you may not make it. No, end up kuwa frustrated. So now since you're my subscribers and I'm already telling you what to do, you won't suffer like I did, because I was planning ati hiyo day bado ndo naenda kupimisha gown. Ole wangu. So tulitoka hapo 6 pm. The interview is something very simple. Me I was thinking tutaenda AG atakuwa hapo mwenyewe, mimi na bei wangu, then tunauliza maswali. No, it's not something like that. By the way, mnaenda mnapanga line, mnasimama kwa counter, unaambiwa uweke ID hapo, yeye anaika ID hapo, they verify that it's the same person. Then after that, there's a little bit of signing. Nothing complicated. I can't even remember what we signed, but all I know is that you have to have your original ID siku ya interview, not a copy, an original ID. So after the original ID, the next thing, wait, I forgot something very important. You see, when you're uploading the ID copies and affidavit, you also need to have an invitation card for your wedding. That is a must. You have to have an invitation card. So at that point, as we didn't have an invitation card, so we didn't even think twice. So what we did, we just paid someone akatengeneza tu kakadi hivyo haraka within a few minutes na tuka upload. So hizi kwenye mmeenda kwa sasa, mshaenda kwa interview, iyo card ya invitation yenye mlieka hapo ina indicate if it's a church wedding or a garden wedding. Now kama mmeka venue kama garden wedding, that is considered as a special license. Unaona? So mshafika hapo kwa interview, mnaambiwa okay, now the next thing is to pay for your license. Kama kwa invitation card yenu mliandika that wedding ina take place kwa church ya ACK, then you're going to be charged 800 shillings. I think it's either 700 to 800 shillings. Now, if it is a special license, you're going to be charged 8,000. So sisi tulikuwa tunajua harusi yetu ni ya kanisa, so we were like okay, give us 8,000. And we were like okay, 8,000 kwa nini? Lakini tuliambiwa wedding ni 700. Then she was like, no, yours is a special license. And we were like, why a special license? As we don't want a special license. Sisi ni residents. Because hiyo time nilikuwa nimekasirika, skari ilikuwa chini kabisa because nilikuwa nje, and I was like, okay, what do you mean? As we didn't apply for a special license. Sisi ni wa Kenya na tunafanya wedding ya church. What do you mean a special license? So at that point I'm like, nilikuwa nafikiria hii ofisi mnafanya vitu halali, kumbe mnataka kutuiba doa. And then she was like, no, kwa wedding invitation yenu mliandika that itakuwa kwa Capital Beach Hotel Lake Elementaita, and we were like yes, itakuwa huko lakini ni ya kanisa. Then she said no, the fact that your church setup iko huko lazima mlipe 8,000. So let me tell you, if you 7, okay, gari imepita, hiyo 7,200 yenye unalipa juu, hiyo ni pesa mingi na inawasha. So what I would just tell you, if you're going to do like a garden wedding, I don't think like 30 years to come the AG's office watakuja kuona kama mlifanya ndani ya church ama hiyo church setup ilikuwa kwa gardens. Andika itakuwa church wedding kwa hiyo kadi yenu, ndo mlipe 700 shillings. Don't be like us. Astrid na kuandika itakuwa Capital Beach Hotel, so you are charged a whole 8,000. Akio pesa iliniuma. So yeah, anyway, so we had to pay for the 8,000 shillings for the special license. Then after that we went back home, and we were told you can come back after between 4 to 7 days. That is when the marriage license will be ready. So yeah, your time ndo tukaenda tukapatiwa license. So you see, and then another thing, if you pay for the special license, license yenu haitoki haraka kama watu wa church wedding. That's another, apart from paying more, they also delay your processes. Like, you're not given a priority. I don't know why. It doesn't make sense, because usually if you pay more, you expect better services and quicker services, but in this case it's the opposite. So kulikuwa na watu wengi wenye walikuwa nyuma yetu kwa line, but because walikuwa yao ni ya church, walipatiwa haraka haraka, and you are like, okay, yeah, special license was in a delay kidogo. So yeah, after like 5 to 7 days you get your special license, and now you're ready to go and have your wedding. So you give that special license, you send that special license to your pastor. I'm using the word send because our wedding was in Nakuru County. The pastor alikuwa Nyandaro mwenye alikuwa na to officiate, and as we were in Nairobi, so we used a lot, like it was mostly, you know, e-communication. So we sent the license, ikaenda huko kwa diocese, then they got us the marriage certificate. By the way, I'm not sure up to this point, I'm not sure kama ile license ilipeanwa kwa IG ndo ilisainiwa, ama hiyo license ilipelekwa kwa church wakaproduce something else that we signed. That's something I'm not sure, but I think I have told you everything that you need to know when you want to apply for a marriage certificate. So yeah, your wedding can be as cheap as millions, 500,000, 200,000, or 700 shillings. Because once you get your marriage certificate, then that's it. You know, so you just choose your poison. Is it the 700 shillings? Is it the 10 million? So there's no excuse for anyone not to be married. Like, you know, there's no excuse. You can just go get the certificate, go to church, wewe bewako, wasimamizi wawili na pastor, and you're done. Or you can have 1,200 people, or you can have 1,000 people. In my case, I had 13 people, and I loved it that way. So stay tuned for the next part of this series, which is the actual preparation for the wedding ceremony. Hapa ndio mambo yalichacha. I enjoyed making this video. Kama kawaida, piga like hapo, share to your friends, waambie wote wakuje, subscribe kwa channel ya Monique Maclean.